There have been many varied women's clubs in Eagle, some of which were the Priscilla's Club, the Night Owls, Royal Neighbors, Homemakers, St. Teresa's Altar Society, the United Methodist Women, the American Legion Auxiliary, Eagle's Lioness, and the Girl Scouts. I would like to recognize, and so would the Eagle Historical Society, some very special guests. If you have ever belonged to a women's organization in Eagle, would you please stand? If not, you can raise your hand too, that's acceptable. Would you ladies mind telling us what organizations you had belonged to? Speak up. You raised your hands. You were up. You said you were organizations. Okay, Bev, what ones were you
I
in?
belong to the Homemakers, the Ward Junior group,
There's
and
one
I
we
was
missed.
also involved with the Girl Scouts for quite a few years.
Very good.
I have a 25-year pin for the Girl Scouts.
Wow. And you?
I belong to the United Methodist Women and also a current member of the Eagle Lioness Club.
Good. Okay, come on, the rest of you.
Jan and I were in Ward Junior Homemakers, along
Okay.
with Fern Young, and that's how we met Fern. And I have a story to tell you about the Owl Club, and I heard that from Jean Bowie.
You come up so everyone can hear. Use the microphone.
Can't you hear me? Jean Bowie wished that she could be here, but she's in Linden Grove, and she grew up here. She's going to be 93 this summer. But she said Mrs. Stewart and Mrs. Beckett and several other ladies from Eagle were in the Owls, which was a card club. And Mrs. Stewart would take her, everybody walked except Mrs. Stewart. She would take her car, pick up Mrs. Beckett, but she didn't know how to back up. So she would go around the blocks and then take Mrs. Beckett to the driving, to wherever they were going to be going.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
And they always did their chores in the morning, had their big dinner, and then put on their good dresses, and that was waiting for visitors.
One of the organizations in Eagle was the Priscilla Club. I didn't know anything about the Priscilla's Club, so I had to go online and see what I could find. It was named for Priscilla Millens Alden, a member of the Plymouth colony and a character in the 1858 poem, The Courtship of Miles Standish by Longfellow. In the poem, Priscilla tells John Alden, who is courting her on behalf of Miles Standish, to speak for yourself, John. The Priscilla's Club was formed for domestic workers whose traditional days off was only Thursday. And it was formed for friendship, learning new skills, and self-advancement. It evolved into philanthropic ventures, campaigning for the right to vote, supporting women workers in industry during World War II, and even the recruiting and training of dogs for the armed forces. Although it is no longer an active club in Eagle, there are some clubs that are over 100 years old. In conclusion, let's welcome back our women of Eagle to share a poem from the Priscilla Club. Alice Baker, who is portrayed by Ellie Hawes. Mrs. Wood, portrayed by Elaine Ledrowski. Mary Churchill Colyer, portrayed by Mary Anderson. Katherine Whettam, portrayed by Gina Neist. And Eliza Chapman Meredith, portrayed by her great niece, Jenny Chapman Arnold.
Here's the old Priscilla Club, who have tarried many a year to blossom forth with all their mirth and toast to the days of yore.
They gathered from the east, they gathered from the west. They chatted so merry and gay. The time for parting came all too soon, to be remembered another day.
Before we part, we bow our heads to offer a silent prayer for those who left us and those who are gone, to meet on the other shore.
Come again, dear old pals. Let's not wait till too late to gather once more as of yore, to talk of the days, the good old times of years ago. Isabel.
By Isabel, in memory of our meetings, August 29, 1936.
Much. I would also like to acknowledge Sally McKenzie. Sally, can you wave way in the back? Sally is that granddaughter that I was talking about for her grandma, Katherine Whettam, and she's here with some of her family members, and we'd like to welcome all the Whettam family here. Thank you for coming.